Hi again, it's sort of Sunday evening now, and just been messing around in the garden really. I've sorted that out. When I got that, I didn't have a carburetor on it. I've put that on now. It's got that bit on it still, but it hasn't got the choke and throttle now. It's got a primer. It runs alright. It does run up and down a little bit until the fuel settles, then it's okay. So I think that's going to have to be good enough. Put a new recoil on it, new oil, new plug, sharpen the blade, needs clean up, and that will be okay and done. Here is the heater hobby. I've just finished that off today. I've just put the I've cleaned the air filter, sharpened the blade. It hadn't been started for a week, started up today, no problem whatsoever, running really well. There was some action I recorded of this one. I've sort of sorted everything out on it now. I think I might have mentioned on the thing that on the video that the throttle cable was kept falling out. Well, I managed to fix that. You can see that little bolt in there. Hopefully that little silver bolt, I've managed to sort it out with that. The only issue it has got, I put a new fuel line on it, and I don't think I should have used, you see it's leaking just a little bit there. I should have used a yellow pipe, which is a bit thicker rather than the blue, because I think that's a bit thin to go through the grommet, tank grommet. So I'll change that, and that should be okay and done. Whether I keep that, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I was going to get rid of it, but we used it the other day, and it's quite handy having a for sort of more flat trimming and one with a harness. So I may keep that, I'm not sure. This is what I'm just about to have a little look at now. See if it's got a spark and what's wrong with it. It's a Kawasaki B blower, and I don't know really nothing about it. I've tried to start it, pulled it over, it doesn't start, so I'll have a look at it and I'll show you some little bits as I'm going along. I've had a few things I've recorded lately which have sort of failed, and I want to sort of keep the videos, and then when if I decide to repair them, the videos will go up. I've got a little classic mower I was working on. I thought it was all okay, and it proved not to be. If I can get the parts, which are proving by having a little look, a bit of a job to get hold of. But I really want to try and repair that, so I might have to go in order from abroad to see if I can get the parts. But anyway, we'll talk about that another time. I'm going to just have a quick look at this now. First thing first, I'll see if it's got a spark. So it's quite bright here with sun still, but you might just be able to catch a spark if I could sort of hold it with my foot as we. I don't know if you call that or not, but it isn't a very bright spark, but it has got a spark. I wouldn't expect any more than that on it. So what I shall do, I shall put that back in. I shall take some of this off here. I don't think actually, these Kawasaki's are usually connected via the screws there to get the covers off, but I don't think it is on this. I just think it's separately screwed. So we'll have a look, because I'm sure it must be a fueling issue. I don't know whether this has got, oh yeah, it's got a primer on it. Is it priming up? It is priming up. So, pretty short skin on there, but you know, could even have a piston problem, I don't know. But we shall delve into it and see if we can make a good thing of it. So it moves on a little bit. I've got a little mate there, the chicken is there. It's the one we've got now. I decided to I put some carb cleaner down there and in front side of the carb. I did sort of get it firing a couple of times, and then I wondered, it didn't really want to fire then, it just reluctantly did a couple of times, but it didn't sort of run for any length of time. Usually it does when you put a little bit of carb cleaner in. So I thought I'd have a look in at the piston, and it actually looks okay. It's got a slight couple of scratches on it, and the carb side is quite clean there. So I'm quite happy with that, and the compression seems okay. But it does look to me, all them little bits there, so there's water in it. So I wonder if that's the problem. So what I'm going to do is drain it into there, to the bowl, and then we'll have a look to see if there's water in there. Because everything looks it doesn't look like petrol, and it looks just not petrol usually dries off quick, and it just isn't. I'm sure that's water. Well, I think that could answer my question. When I was pouring it out, it just didn't really look like petrol. There is water in there, see all them little bubbles? Definitely water in there. There's still some actually, I haven't poured out the tank yet. It was running out of room, but I'm sure there's water in it. So I think the best thing to do is for me to take the carb off, give it a good, take it apart, give it a good clean, give the tank a clean, and then see what we've got then. Because if there's a lot of water in it, even putting the carb spray in there, it was going to dilute it so much, so it wouldn't be able to ignite it very good anyway. So perhaps that's all it is. Someone's put some rubbish fuel in it or something. So yeah, we'll move on with this, and I'll get the rest drained out and we'll see where we go from there. So now I've actually cleaned up the port that was coming out for the exhaust. I've cleaned it up, put the exhaust back on because that was all, I'm sure that was all okay. It was pretty clean there now. Like I said, it's got good compression, the piston doesn't look too bad, so I'm quite satisfied with that side of things. There's a dog kicking off about something, but there was actually there you can see that now that it's settled. If you look in there, you can see the puddle of water in there in the bottom. So I think that could well be our culprit. And actually on the carburetor as well, it actually looks a bit like that as well. Where did I just notice this? Oh, in there. If you just see in there where that. See if I can just turn there. Very good at the moment. There, you can see the puddle of water in there. If that was petrol, it would not do that. So what I'm going to do is take it apart, give it a good clean out, some carb clean out. I might just get the compressor on quickly and just blow it out, put it back on, and see if we've got a good one or not. I think there's some evidence that there's been water getting in there, sort of rusty around the needle valve. I've had a job to get the diaphragm gasket off, so I've damaged that a little bit. So I may have another one. I may try that one back on. I shall see. I'm going to take this right apart and give it a real good clean out, and then we'll go from there. But I think it definitely is water in there. So I think that's what the problem probably is. I've had a little bit of hassle with diaphragms. That was the one that come off it. That was a gasket which split. So I've searched through sort of spare bits I've had, and I managed to find that gasket, which should do there. I'm going to use the old diaphragm because it's quite supple still. The other one I had, which was the same somewhere. It wasn't that one. Was it that one? It's quite sort of crusty and hard, so we'll go for that. That is the original other one there, the other one that fits in it. So I'm going to get that back together and see if it's alright. And then I might actually, I'll refer back to this video and see which ones I need, and then I can order a new set for it if it's successful. So now the carb's all clean, back on, it's primed up. I haven't put the covers on yet because I want to try it first. There was a reason I didn't do it. Oh, to get this flight first, I wanted to make sure that I've got all the pipes right, which they are. I haven't put the air filter on, I'm not going to bother to start it. So let's see if it goes. It could be fixed now. I've poured a bit of fuel and it's pumped up to nothing anyway, so let's give it a go. really well. I best stop at a second because it's getting quite late, but you'll see it, that was a live start. I hadn't tried it before then. So there you have it. I'm not too happy having that air filter in there at the moment because that might have some water in it. But there it is. So what I'll do now is get it fitted back together. Shouldn't take long, it's only that guard to go on there, like so. And then there's that to go back on. And just the air filter cover and air filter. Then we're back together. I think that this one's a good one. So I was happy. I always do check the piston. So take the carb off and the exhaust off. Just have a look in from the side and just check the state of the piston. It's the easiest way really without having to take the head off. And on any two-stroke you're repairing it, it's just worth it. If they're quite easy to get off, just take them off to have a look at the condition of the piston, because you could be wasting your time. I actually bought a carburetor for a, I think that may have been a Kawasaki Strimmer. Was it Kawasaki or Husqvarna, one or the other? And it was £20. I put it on thinking that's what it was, and then it wouldn't run properly. It started and stopped, started and stopped. Then I looked, the piston was absolutely wrecked, so I should have looked first. So it's always worth just on this, all you've got is 2 screws there and 2 main ones on the exhaust and one that holds it, and that's it. So just to take them off and have a look, just to check, then go from there. If piston's good, you're sort of halfway there really. It's quite unusual of the cranks to be really bad on 2-strokes. I haven't really had it. I had it on my Stihl FS90R, but that only just made a rumbling noise. It still ran alright. So it's mainly, you've got to think through the life of it. If someone has put fuel in unmixed, might have done damage, you know. And so yeah, that's what I always do, because it's just for how long it takes. On this 10 minutes you'll be looking at the piston, so it's that easy. But I think this is okay. I'll give it a proper try out tomorrow, because I don't know what time we are now, but well past 8, so the neighbours might not be too happy with me revving along with this. I'd love to, but there you go. I don't live in the middle of nowhere, which I'd love to, so then I'd be messing around with them until 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. But unfortunately I don't have that luxury. I am in a rural area, but neighbours quite close. I've got one connected to me, but their house is empty at the moment, and the other one, they're away a lot as well, the other side, so it's not so bad at the moment. This is a good year to be fixing this stuff up, but there'll be people next door in about 3 months or so, I suppose. So I'll have to see what they're like. You never know your neighbours, but I'd love to be in the middle of a field, and I'd be messing around with them all night long. But there you go. But what I have to do is, if I'm like going to repair something that's quiet, I can mess around with the shit till late. But if it's something that's going to make a noise like this, you know, when you're starting up and having the compressor on, that's another thing that annoys me late on, because I want to, sometimes at 10 o'clock I want to blow a carb out and I can't because it's too noisy. So I want to try and get a silent compressor, quite a quiet one, and then it'd be okay. But anyway, I might win some money one day or something, then I can have my farm in the middle of a field, but not at the moment. So anyway, this Kawasaki KRB 400B looks to be a good one, and I'm quite pleased with everything about it. It's a peace of mind as well, like I said about the piston. It's peace of mind that you know it's good. So yeah, I'll leave that there. I'll just put it back together, and I think my dinner's ready. But that was a lot of the problem. You can sort of see that water in there. So it was full of water basically. That's what was wrong with it. So it was this was actually thrown away. So it's actually thrown away for someone putting water in it. And it would have, if I hadn't have saved it, it would have just gone to the dump and been no more. Hi, it's the next day now. Today was a Sunday, it's a Monday today. I put it all back together yesterday. And I thought, before I wrapped up the video, as you can see the dog's having fun with his toy, before I wrapped up the video I wanted to just see if it started all okay the next day. So here we go. I'll put it on the head cam and just start it up. I'm sure it will be okay, but you never know the next day. Water, you know, there could be an odd little bit or something just to you know, stop it running or whatever, but I don't think that's the case. I was very thorough clearing it out, so let's have a go. And the dog actually made a little bit of mess there, so what I'll do, I'll just blow that back into the border just to sort of show you it working. You'll probably bark at the machine, but we shall see. Let's go. Yep. A couple of primers. So, there you go, it's all working fine. So yep, I'll wrap up the video there. Thanks for watching the video of this Kawasaki blower, and all is fixed. So this one turned out to be a successful fix, and without really having to get any parts. I managed to just get by with the diaphragm. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be along with another video again soon.